This is Gagan Girotra, IIT Roorkee class of 2000, and I am Calcutta class of 2005.
So let us look at a situation where the compounding frequency or compounding intervals, they change. Now the example that we've been looking at so far is, let's say, the principal of 100 rupees, right? And let's say the interest for all of these cases, we are going to take rate of interest, ROI, is 12% per annum, right? Then 100 rupees at 12% per annum at the end of 1 year, the first compounding interval is 1 full year, right? Is 12 rupees interest earned. The amount at the end of 1 year becomes 112. For the second year, it becomes 112 as the principal, and 12% on this 112 rupees, and so on, right? So this is how the annual compounding interest rate it works, right? So in case of the first year, the amount of interest which is earned is 112 rupees. The amount of interest earned is 12 rupees. So the amount at the end of 1 year is 112, and the amount which is due at the end of 2 years, the interest which is earned is 12% on 112 rupees, which is equal to 13.44 rupees, right? So the total amount due at the end of 2 years, it becomes 125.44, right? So this is how the amounts at the end of 1 year and 2 year, they continue. But in case of half yearly compounding, how this thing changes, right, is now the intervals of compounding, they are 6 months each, right? So now what is happening is that the first compounding period is a 6-month period. So when you start with 100 rupees, in 6 months, right, the 12% per annum, it becomes half of 12% per 6 months, right? So the rate of interest now changes from 12% per annum to 6% per 6 months, right? So in this situation, for the first 6 months, the rate of interest being 6%, the interest earned is 6 rupees, and the amount at the end of the first 6 months is 106 rupees, right? Now for the second 6-month period, right, the principal now is 106 rupees, right? And the amount at the end of 2 years, it becomes this becomes the interest which is earned on this 106 rupees at 6% is 6.36 rupees. So the amount at the end of 2 years, it becomes 112.36, right? So you notice that there is already a difference. We would have earned 112 rupees at the end of 1 year if the compounding was annual. However, just because there are two compoundings now within 1 year, the amount is 112.36, right? So for the third year, the principal now is 112.36, right? So 112.36, and we earn a 6% interest on this, right? We get 6.74, right? So 6.74 gives us 119 rupees, right? So at the end of 1.5 years, we now have actually 119.10, right? So we have at the end of 3 years, we now have 119.10, and at the end of the fourth 6-month period, right, which is the end of 2 years, now the principal is 119.10, right? So 119.10, and we earn a 6% interest on this, we get 7.14, right? So that's the amount of interest we earn for the fourth 6-month period, right? And when we add this to the original to the principal for the fourth 6-month period, we get 126.24, right? So this is how the amounts, they continue to change. So you notice that as soon as I've increased the frequency, the principal amount, the amount which is due at the end of 2 years, it increases, right? Now in case of quarterly compounding, there are actually going to be 4 quarters per year. For 2 year period, we are going to have 8 periods, right? So we're going to have 8 quarters within 2 years, right? So in each of these quarters, the starting principal is going to be 100, but the rate of interest this time is going to be 12 divided by 4 quarters per year, so 3% per annum, right? So in case of 3% per quarter, right? So that's the interest now which is going to that we are going to earn. So at the end of the first quarter, the interest earned is going to be 3 rupees, and the amount due at the end of the first quarter is going to be 103, right? For the second quarter, now 103 rupees will earn another 3%, and we get 3.09, right? So we get 106.09. So you notice that in this, when you compare it with this 6-month period, we have already earned a little bit higher because the frequency of compounding has changed, and so on, right? So if let's say we were to generalize, what happens is that the amount due, right, at the end of whatever n years, it's equal to the principal, right, multiplied by 1 plus r upon 100 to the power n. This is for annual, right? However, if let's say we are doing it, we are compounding half yearly, then amount due at the end of n years is going to be the same principal into 1 plus, now the rate of interest is halved, right? And the number of time periods which for which it is compounded, it is doubled. This is half yearly. For quarterly, the same principal gets compounded 4 times the number of years, but the rate of interest is 1/4 of the original per annum rate of interest. And let's say if this were monthly compounding, then we would have the principal, the compounding would happen every month, right? So for n years, the number of compoundings is going to be 12n. This is monthly, right? And the rate of interest is going to be 1/12 of the annual rate of interest.
Thanks for watching the video. You can give your feedback in the comments section below. Please click the like button if you thought the video was helpful. For lesson updates, you may subscribe to my YouTube channel People Plus, or you may read my blogs at peopleprep.com, or you can directly connect to us through our Facebook page @PeoplePlus, or you can email to me at gagan@peopleplus.com. Thank you.